Hi, Teresa Wilson again. I'm back, and first, want to just take a moment to thank those of you who took that extra moment to respond to the initial intro video. Now, again, I don't plan for this to be like a lecture series. I really want us to share, and I want to thank those who took those few minutes to kind of let me know I'm not alone in this kind of craziness of transitioning from one level of aging to the next. I read a quote, and I'm going to read this to you. This was from, I think, helpageguide.com, something like that. And it said, aging is not lost youth, but a stage of opportunity and strength. I love that. It's not about losing your youth. It's about the stage you're going in and gaining that opportunity to be stronger at who you are. And that's, again, what this series and discussions is really about. Us talking about how we're building our strength, how we're taking the opportunity to be stronger as we move from one level to the next. I want to talk to a little bit quick, too, about some of the comments I've read. I had a friend of mine that says, I'm going through changes now, and we all are. But she's ready for the next step in her adventure. So this particular person I know personally, she's going through a job change, trying to make decisions about whether to move to a new area that may be further away from family. That's a transition for her. But she's calling it an adventure. And I want to congratulate her for even saying that. It is an adventure. I have another friend that commented that she's going through the stages in terms of the aging process, and she's not quite understanding a lot of what's going on. So this sounds like there's some emotional, natural challenges that go with that, as well as physical. And she put in capital letters, let's talk about it. Then we had another that just said, welcome aboard, I'm on. I'm into it. I'm ready to have those discussions. So those are the kinds of things I certainly was looking for. It's very, very encouraging for me to hear that from you. And we're going to move forward in introductions and just discussions about some simple things that we can do to make this aging process or transition. I want to keep focusing on just transitioning from one level to the next easier. And I won't, again, beat the dead horse, but it really does begin with what we're doing to our bodies, what we're allowing to be done when it comes to our bodies. So we are going to talk about health. What's your intake? What is it you need to do more of? And most of us, it's the simple thing is drinking water. It's getting enough sleep at night. It's being aware of our sugar intake. Very minor things that if we're doing them early on, and if we made some mistakes, if we start right now, just deciding that we're going to reduce the intake of sugars that affect our bones, that we're going to get up and move around and make it part of our lifestyle to just make sure that we're being more observant of our bodies and what's going on with our bodies. Because when we physically feel poorly, then that also affects us mentally. And what I want to do is help us talk about it, be more aware of it, talk about our lifestyle changes. And there are lifestyle changes that we're going to take a look at. It means that we're not hanging out, even if it's on television, watching TV late at night. We've got to get some sleep. And I have to remind myself of the same kind of thing. But again, this is just a short shout out to you, thanking you for responding with some of the comments that you've made. I hope I've actually picked up on most of them. But what I'm getting from you is that, yeah, I'm going through a change. There's something going on, and I'd like to share. I'd like to hear more information about it. I'd like to be part of a conversation. I would like to do a quick shout out, certainly, to Donna. There's one lady that just made an impact with some of the comments that she made about just the idea of us having these discussions. So I want to thank you, Donna, for those comments, and I'm going to do a follow-up with you to see if I can get you on for an interview, because I think you've got some great things to share with all of us. So thank you again for loving the idea. Keep it coming with some of the comments, because again, I want to get a feel for who's listening in, so that when we go into different age development areas and age transitional areas, that we're hitting some of the points that you have personally about your process. I know what I'm experiencing, and plan to definitely touch on that. But I do want to make sure that those of you that are taking the time to just listen to some of this information, to listen to the introduction that I promoted to you, that I'm actually addressing some of the specific issues and concerns that you have. And I want us to have fun with this. And I hope you do too. So I'll get back at you again later.